When we think of Whitmer, we think of a dominant rushing attack. You guys are averaging 251 yards on the ground as a team. How would you guys describe the Whitmer run game?
I just feel like, we just dominate, coming here every day with a great mindset, we want to be great. So, us dominating every day in practice, us being ready for, what we got to take on.
Yeah, I definitely feel like, we set the standard at Whitmer. We always got to be able to run the ball. That's one thing we're big on, like, every year. I mean, yeah, last couple of years we had Brady Ford, but, he's moved on. But, yeah, we've always been key to, like, be able to run the ball. That's what we always want to be able to do. Like, as a team, you should be able to run the ball, and that's what we do really well at. So
you guys are two different style of back. Jamon, you're a bit more of a bruiser. Joey, you're a bit more of a scat back. But how are you guys able to feed off each other so well?
Oh, yes, sir. Like, me and Jamon, we've been, like, with each other since elementary school. We both went to Greenwood, and we played running back there. And, just us with that history, like, we both know if we both stay healthy, it's going to be really hard for defense to stop us. And not only that, we have another running back, Jaden Jones, who's another bruiser guy. And it's really tough for defense to stop us, honestly.
Nearly 1,700 rushing yards combined, 29 touchdowns. What do you most appreciate about each other's games?
Joey, he oh my, he fast. when we need a big play, we know who to call. So I really appreciate, I get down to gritty. He will too, but yeah, when his number get called, when we get a big play run, oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I'll definitely say, like, having both of us right there, I feel like, we'll drive down the field, we get in that red zone. You got big bad Jamon Holmes coming through. It's gonna be tough to put him down. So they like to, put me right there and let him run that ball as soon as he gets that red zone, because it's a big boy right there. So yeah.
And I look at the second round of the playoffs, huge win over Perrysburg. You guys had 186 yards on the ground as a team. Great tally, but your lowest tally since week 2. But the fact that you guys were able to still get the W, despite the run game maybe not being as effective as you guys wanted, what did you guys learn from that win?
It's definitely a process, Not, going to every game, it's not going to be just easy. It's definitely going to be hard. They're going to stack the box. We good running backs, so they obviously going to stack the box. But, us having us good receivers, our receivers are definitely slept on. Us having good receivers, take a little pressure off of us. Get that run game back. It's easy.
Yeah, you definitely look up front. I mean, not going to lie, everybody was kind of doubting us in the start of the year, saying that, leaving with Carter Lowe going, Donnell Nix going, Cooper Bringman, Blake Wolf all going, just Kyler Coopins that was the starter. They really doubted us at first, but, I feel like that O-line has definitely proved themselves that they're probably the best O-line in NLL. So, I mean, like, look at Kyler Koopmans. He's a great leader on that O-line, man. Like, I feel like he's a lot slept on, too. I mean, I honestly think he's the best O-line in NLL, too. But, man, that O-line up front, they really get the job done for us. And, you can't do that without a good O-line. So.
You talked about people doubting you. That also came with the fact that you guys have a new head coach. But we're talking about a guy in Coach Keller who's been an assistant with the program for 20 years. So how did that continuity help you guys as you chased an NLL title?
Sophomore year, he came back in the program, and he helped out as running back coach. And, that was big because at first we weren't going to have we didn't know if we were going to have a running back coach, and then he stepped in and did a great job. And I feel like building that relationship with him as a running back coach and then just fit perfectly well as him going to head coach. Like you said, he's been around this program for many, many years. And so I didn't really look at it as a big step or a big move. I mean, it's just same standards, same thing. I mean, we're going to be the Whitmer Panthers, and that's what we're always going to be. So.
How did you see Coach Keller kind of not change the program, but continue the level of excellence that this program is used to?
I'll definitely say him keeping us prepared every single week. Setting the standard. Get 1% better every week. And, we've been doing that since day one since he's been here. So definitely that. Just changing the standard. Just wanting us to be great. He all there for us. He just wants us to be great.
And you guys are making a deep playoff run when it's cold outside. It feels like 10 degrees. Out there at practice was not comfortable at all, but that's a testament to how far you guys have come. Now you guys have St. Ed's in the regional semifinal, a team that knocked you guys out the postseason a year ago. Why will this year be different?
All right, it was definitely a tough loss for us last year. It hurt us. They coming down here, on our home field, us losing in front of our home field.
Yeah, definitely building off what he said. We're definitely hungry. As one of those players that were in that and lost and witnessed that and played in that game, it's definitely tough. We're coming back hungrier than we've ever been. I feel like, people have slept us on so long, and they're still doing it. I've seen a couple of pools that said that we have no chance, but, I mean, I'm ready to shock the world,